Ladies and gentlemen, what if I told you that a simple 30-second habit could change the way you sleep forever? Imagine lying in bed, closing your eyes, and drifting off almost instantly. No tossing, no turning, just deep, restorative sleep. Tonight, I want to share a secret that many people overlook. Something you can do in less than a minute, right before bed, to transform your nights and energize your days. Just 30 seconds might seem like an insignificant amount of time in the flow of a busy day, yet it holds the potential to completely transform the quality of your sleep and, ultimately, your life. Many people underestimate the power of small, deliberate actions performed consistently, and this simple 30-second practice before bed is a perfect example. By holding a specific natural substance in your mouth for half a minute, you're not just performing a routine. You're sending a clear signal to your body that it is time to transition from the active, alert state of the day to the calm, restorative state of night. Every second counts in this delicate process. The oral cavity is a surprisingly influential gateway to your nervous system. Certain therapeutic oils or herbal rinses interact with receptors in the mouth that are directly connected to the parasympathetic nervous system, which governs relaxation, digestion, and sleep. This connection means that a small, intentional action can have cascading effects on your entire system. Within those 30 seconds, your heart rate begins to slow, your breathing deepens, and your muscles start to release tension that has accumulated throughout the day. Many people struggle with racing thoughts at night, replaying every event, decision, and worry. Holding this in your mouth engages a simple physiological mechanism that overrides mental chatter, providing a natural cue for your body and mind to settle. The beauty of this practice is in its effortless nature. It doesn't require hours of preparation, expensive equipment, or complicated routines. It is accessible, immediate, and repeatable. It is a ritual that can be performed in the quiet moments before you lay down, providing a clear and consistent signal to your body that it is time to rest. The cumulative impact of 30 seconds nightly can be profound. Night after night, as this practice becomes a habit, your body begins to recognize a pattern. Sleep onset becomes faster, the depth of sleep increases, and the overall restorative quality improves dramatically. People who have struggled with insomnia or restless nights often find that the solution is not in forcefully trying to sleep, but in gently guiding the body toward it. This tiny investment of time offers significant returns, not just in terms of sleep, but in overall health, energy, and mental clarity. By consciously dedicating these 30 seconds to your well-being, you're exercising control over one of the most critical aspects of your life, restorative sleep. It is a reminder that transformation does not always require grand gestures. Sometimes the most powerful shifts occur in small, consistent, intentional acts. Every night, those 30 seconds have the potential to reset your system, calm your mind, and prepare your body for the deep, rejuvenating rest it has been craving. Over time, this minor, effortless action can ripple through every aspect of your life, from mood and focus to long-term health and vitality. It is a subtle but undeniable form of self-care that combines simplicity with scientific insight, proving that even the smallest interventions, when done with consistency and intention, can lead to extraordinary results. If you want, I can also expand the other 3 key points in the same style, making a full 2,000-word professional motivational health script ready for YouTube narration. Do you want me to do that? Expend key point 2 on 500 words and don't add any headings. Hook word and conclusion words and make it more professional and engaging and ad hocs in this. Absolutely. Here's an expanded version of key point 2 in a professional, engaging motivational health style, around 500 words, with hooks naturally embedded. When you perform the simple 30-second practice before bed, it does more than just occupy a brief moment in your evening routine. It actively engages the body's natural relaxation mechanisms in a way that few people realize. The human nervous system is designed to respond to subtle cues, and certain actions can trigger a cascade of physiological responses that prepare the body for rest. Holding a therapeutic oil or herbal rinse in your mouth stimulates receptors that connect directly with the parasympathetic nervous system, which is responsible for calming the heart rate, relaxing the muscles, and slowing breathing. This is the same system that governs the body's response to rest, digestion, and repair, and by activating it intentionally, you are effectively telling your body that it is time to shift from high alert to deep calm. Many individuals underestimate how much tension accumulates during a single day. Even without conscious awareness, stress builds up in the muscles, the heart rate elevates, and the mind remains in a state of low-level vigilance. The act of holding this substance in the mouth, even for just 30 seconds, interrupts this pattern. It provides a clear signal that the day is over and that the body should begin the process of unwinding. Within moments, subtle changes begin to occur. The shoulders relax, the jaw unclenches, and the breathing patterns shift from shallow, rapid inhalations to slow, steady, and rhythmic breaths. These physical adjustments reinforce the mental signal that it is time for rest, and together they create a synergy that the mind and body interpret as an invitation to sleep. People often struggle with nights filled with racing thoughts, replaying events, worries, or plans for tomorrow. By engaging the parasympathetic nervous system through this simple action, you create a physiological barrier to that mental noise. The body receives a signal before the mind can continue its relentless activity, and this subtle redirection allows sleep to come naturally rather than forcing it through conscious effort. Over time, the cumulative effect of this nightly practice builds a pattern in the nervous system. The body becomes conditioned to recognize these 30 seconds as a prelude to sleep, which gradually makes a transition from wakefulness to rest faster and more seamless. In addition, the quality of sleep improves because the nervous system is already in a state of calm when you lie down, reducing awakenings and enhancing deep restorative stages of sleep. This process also has broader implications for overall health. Activating the parasympathetic nervous system regularly can reduce stress hormone levels, improve digestion, and support immune function, demonstrating that even a small, consistent practice can have widespread benefits. By understanding and utilizing the body's natural relaxation pathways, you're not only improving your sleep, but also enhancing your long-term physical and mental well-being. The simplicity of this method belies its profound impact, illustrating how a brief, intentional action can harness the body's innate capacity for balance and restoration. Consistency is one of the most powerful yet overlooked factors in achieving lasting health and wellness. And this applies to sleep more than almost anything else. Performing the 30-second mouth practice every night at the same time is not simply about habit. It is about training the body to recognize a pattern and respond predictably. The human body thrives on routines because the nervous system interprets regularity as a signal that stability and safety are present. When you provide your body with the same cue every night, it begins to anticipate rest, and this anticipation alone can accelerate the process of falling asleep. Many people struggle with irregular sleep schedules, going to bed at different times, or engaging in stimulating activities late into the evening. These inconsistencies confuse the body's internal clock, making it difficult to transition smoothly into sleep. By dedicating just 30 seconds each night to this practice, performed consistently, you create a reliable signal that aligns with your circadian rhythm, essentially teaching your body when it is time to shift into rest mode. The results are profound because the nervous system begins to recognize and respond to these cues almost instinctively. Over days and weeks, the body develops an internal expectation. When this action is performed, sleep follows. This is not just psychological. It is a physiological adaptation. The heart rate lowers more rapidly, breathing deepens, and production of stress hormones decreases, all before the mind even fully relaxes. Performing this simple ritual consistently also reinforces a sense of control over your well-being. Many people feel at the mercy of their sleep patterns, struggling night after night with wakefulness, tossing and turning, and frustration. Establishing a small but reliable routine restores agency, showing the body that rest is not random but achievable through intentional action. Over time, consistency builds momentum. The nervous system becomes increasingly efficient at interpreting the 30-second cue, and falling asleep becomes faster and more effortless. The quality of sleep improves as well because the body is entering a state of calm before lying down, reducing nighttime awakenings and increasing the duration of deep restorative sleep. Furthermore, consistent practice has ripple effects on other aspects of health. When your sleep is predictable and restorative, energy levels during the day improve, focus sharpens, mood stabilizes, and overall resilience against stress increases. This illustrates the larger principle that small, consistent actions compound over time to produce significant results. Even a brief nightly ritual, performed with precision and regularity, communicates to the body that rest is valued and essential. By harnessing the power of consistency, you are not merely improving sleep. You are aligning your biological rhythms, optimizing your nervous system, and creating a foundation for long-term health and vitality. What seems like 30 seconds of time each night can become a cornerstone habit that influences every waking moment, shaping energy, focus, and well-being in ways that ripple far beyond the bedroom. If you want, I can now expand key point 4 in the same style, completing the full professional 2,000-word motivational health speech for your YouTube video. Do you want me to do that next? Expend key point 4 on 500 words and don't add any headings. Hook word and conclusion words and make it more professional and engaging and ad hocs in this. Absolutely. Here's an expanded version of key point 4 in a professional, engaging motivational health style, around 500 words, with hooks naturally embedded. Quality sleep is the foundation of every aspect of health, and it directly impacts energy levels, mental clarity, mood stability, and long-term physical well-being. Yet, so many people treat sleep as optional, something to sacrifice in pursuit of productivity or entertainment, without realizing the cost this has on their bodies. By dedicating just 30 seconds to a simple nightly practice, you're actively taking control of one of the most crucial pillars of health. Sleep is not simply a passive state. It is an active process during which the body repairs tissues, strengthens the immune system, and consolidates memories. When this process is disrupted or delayed, the consequences ripple through every area of life. Performing this 30-second oral practice signals to the body that it is time to transition into this restorative state, creating the conditions for deeper and more efficient sleep. Over time, the improvement in sleep quality can become transformative. People who previously struggled with grogginess in the morning begin to wake feeling refreshed, alert, and ready to engage fully with their day. The mental clarity that comes from restorative sleep enhances decision-making, focus, and creativity, allowing individuals to approach challenges with a level of energy and resilience that was previously out of reach. Emotional stability is also significantly influenced by sleep quality. Inadequate rest increases irritability, stress, and anxiety, while consistent, deep sleep improves the ability to manage emotions, respond calmly to challenges, and maintain a positive mindset. By implementing a simple, consistent nightly ritual, you create a reliable pathway to these benefits, harnessing a natural, physiological process that has been underutilized by many. This 30-second habit also affects long-term health in profound ways. Regular, high-quality sleep supports cardiovascular health, regulates hormones that control appetite and metabolism, and strengthens immune function. By investing a tiny amount of time before bed, you are protecting and enhancing your body's resilience against illness, fatigue, and chronic conditions that develop over years of sleep deprivation. The simplicity of the practice makes it accessible, but its impact is far-reaching. It demonstrates that even minimal, intentional actions, when performed consistently, can produce extraordinary results. In essence, this small nightly investment bridges a gap between ordinary sleep and optimal, restorative rest. Every aspect of your daily performance, from physical endurance and mental sharpness to emotional balance, is linked to the quality of the sleep you receive. By committing 30 seconds each night, you are cultivating a practice that reverberates through your life, improving not only how you rest, but also how you live. It is a demonstration of how minor, deliberate interventions can compound to create significant advantages in overall health and daily vitality. This emphasizes the power of small actions performed with consistency, illustrating that the road to wellness often begins with seemingly minor, yet scientifically profound steps that the body recognizes and responds to night after night. So tonight, as you prepare for bed, take just 30 seconds for yourself. Hold this in your mouth. Feel the calm wash over you, and let your body know it's time to sleep. Small actions, done consistently, have the power to transform your health, your energy, and your life. Remember, the key to better sleep doesn't always come from expensive gadgets or complex routines. Sometimes, it's as simple as what you do for 30 seconds before bed. Start tonight and watch the difference unfold. Sleep well, recharge fully, and wake up ready to thrive.